Would you want to have your own private rooftop terrace with a city skyline like this one? In today's video, we're here at the Terraces of San Marco in Jacksonville, Florida. I know that's really confusing, but we are in the community of San Marco in Jacksonville, Florida. And Terraces at San Marco is a new construction townhome community built by Toll Brothers. And what makes these townhomes so different and unique is that, one, they're luxury. They're 4-story townhomes and they all have their own terrace rooftops. So make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video because we're going to be taking you on a tour of this awesome luxury townhome here at the Terraces in San Marco. And we're also going to be going over the community of San Marco and why people are wanting to move here. But before we get into all of that, I just want to remind you that if you are looking to buy or sell in Northeast Florida, feel free to reach out to myself or my team. We will be more than happy to help you find your forever home here with us. So why would you want to live in San Marco? Well, the biggest thing is that it's the lifestyle. The lifestyle here in San Marco is different from other areas of Jacksonville. It's almost like its own little small town. I like to refer to it as like a Hallmark town because when you walk the San Marco Boulevard Square area, it almost feels like a little Hallmark town that you see in those Hallmark movies. So you are gonna have the boutique shops, the boutique restaurants, pretty much anything you need is in the area here in San Marco. You even have the Publix that just opened up. So you never really have to leave the community of San Marco when you live in the community of San Marco. Now, with that being said, why would you choose to live at the Terraces of San Marco? Well, in the community here, it's a very historic area. You drive around, you're gonna see a lot of historic homes built in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, and that's what makes it so appealing here in the community. But Terraces at San Marco is different because it is new construction in this area where you're not really gonna find a whole lot of new construction in the community of San Marco, except for here at the Terraces. And not only that, Terraces at San Marco is not just new construction, it's also luxury new construction. And on top of that, it's almost trying to mimic this sort of urban lifestyle feel because these are 4-story townhomes and they each have their own rooftop terrace. Now, that's something you might see in like New York City or like a bigger city other than Jacksonville, but you are getting that inside of this old historic Hallmark town, if you will, of San Marco. Terraces of San Marco, they plan to have a total of 27 townhome sites when everything is all said and done. And they've sold a little bit less than half of the community already. So I think anywhere from like 10 to 13 have sold already, and the rest are still up for grabs. Now, the remaining available townhomes units left, there's gonna be a handful of them that are quick move-in homes that pretty much Toll Brothers have gone in and upgraded how they see fit. So they are adding their own finishes in it and you can go in and buy them. They're pretty much spec'd out. And then there are another handful of the townhomes in the community are gonna be ones that, you still have the opportunity to go into the design center and design it exactly how you see fit if you were to purchase those homes. And again, Terraces at San Marco has 4 stories. So you do have a lot of flexibility when it comes to space. Your first story is going to be your 2-car garage, but it's also going to empty into a room if you choose. It could be like an extra bedroom, a sitting space, going to have a bathroom down there. So there is flexibility on moving walls around. For example, you could have a 2-bedroom a townhome unit if you want. If you wanted 4 bedrooms, you could have 4 bedrooms. So the options are pretty limitless on how you want to allocate the spaces of these townhomes for your specific needs. The starting prices here in the community are going to start around like mid to higher 700. So you're looking at 760, 770, 780. But the prices, I will say that once you start adding all of the upgrades like you will see in this model home here, you're probably going to be looking at close to $100,000 more on top of that. So when it's all said and done, for the most part, these are probably going to be selling in the mid to higher 800,000s. Now, the location of these townhomes are in the name itself, Terraces at San Marco, and there's a reason for that, because they really want to sell not only these luxury townhomes, but they want to sell the community of San Marco itself. Because San Marco is its own town, almost within a town, you know? It's its own community, it has its own boutique shops, its own boutique restaurants. It's extremely walkable. I'd probably argue that San Marco is one of the most, if not the most, walkable community in all of Jacksonville. So you have that small town walkable feel and that appeal for this particular community. And what you're buying into when you purchase at the Terraces San Marco is that lifestyle. You're purchasing into that walkable lifestyle. Like from this window, I can look out this window and see Publix. They have just built a brand new Publix here. It's been there for probably less than 2 years now. So you never have to leave the community just to go grocery shopping anymore. And not only that, if you live here, you could literally walk there from here. And speaking of walking only a little bit further, if you walk maybe less than 5 minutes down the road, you're at the San Marco Square. That's where you're going to have the pavilion. You're going to have all of those boutique shops and restaurants. Actually, one of my favorite bars is actually Grape and Grain. I go there every holiday season, and probably more than that, more than I'd like to admit. And you're also going to have restaurants like Town Hall or Taverna or Rue St. Mark that are in the immediate area. That's only to name a few. There's so much other restaurants and eateries in this community. But these are going to be a little bit higher end, so they're not your chain restaurants, which is nice to have in a community like San Marco. You're also buying into the historic charm of the community. San Marco is a historic area. You know, if you drive through some of the neighborhoods, these homes and these duplexes and apartment buildings, they're built in the 20s, the 30s, the 40s. So you have that historic charm within the community, but when you buy in Terraces San Marco, you're getting that new construction feel. And also to note, San Marco is very centrally located. I mean, to get to South Bank from here, it's less than a 10-minute drive. You know, you have direct access to 95, any highway you need to get onto to get out of the community. You have direct access to the highways. It's probably less than 30 minutes to get to the beaches from here. I mean, it's just a great location. It's centrally located within Jacksonville. So if you needed to go to any other place within the city, San Marco is a great place to start. And it's also located off of the river here, the St. Johns River. So you have that beautiful riverbank view. There's a park that's right on the riverbank there. There's lots of other little parks here. It's just a really different feeling here in San Marco than what you would get in more of the suburban areas of Jacksonville, like maybe Mandarin or the north side. That's gonna wrap it up for today's video of the Terraces at San Marco, everyone. If you are looking to buy or sell in Northeast Florida, it doesn't have to be here, but if you are looking to buy in San Marco, Florida, please feel free to reach out to myself or my team. We'd be more than happy to help you find your forever home here with us.